Welcome and welcome back to the Rockets Propaganda Channel. I am your man's AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter /X at AKinfinity_VVS. Now let's get it. Oh, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that. Now let's get it. So I've been thinking about the players on the team, especially the young guys on the Rockets right now, who best fit the KD acquisition. And by fit, I mean you can kind of imagine the skill sets together, what the plan might be, and you know how they can best be successful together. And I'm just talking about a pairing. Just one is a bunch of players that, you know what I'm saying, could fit or that do fit. But I think there's one that fits best. You want to know who I think that player is? 3, 2, 1. Some of y'all probably already know who it is. None other than Jabari Smith Jr. Now, some of y'all that know me know I'm a bit of a Jabari stan, so you can kind of take this with a grain of salt or not. But I got my reasons now. I got my reasons. Now, there was an interview by Kevin Durant a few weeks ago where he kind of mentioned the style of play that he wanted to play. So I can imagine that he got that kind of influence and pull with Ime Udoka and the coaching staff to where they probably going to implement some of that, if not a lot of that. Now, what did he say? He said he liked to get the ball in the mid-range and spray out for three-point shots. Now, if you take a look up and down the roster, there's a few players that kind of fit that mold. Really just 3. Reed Shepherd being one, Dorian Finney-Smith being another, and Jabari Smith Jr. being the last of the bunch. Now, if you look at where Jabari Smith Jr. really made an impact on the playoffs from a shooting perspective, it was kind of like that wing and corner three-point shot. And that's kind of where Kevin Durant likes to look for his open teammates. Man, if y'all hear all of these damn cars driving by when I'm recording this video, y'all gonna have to excuse me. I'm going for a little old man walk. All right, I'm in the bushes now, so hopefully y'all can't hear none of that noise no more. But anyway, like I was saying, if y'all can remember some of the playoff settings, some of the sets in the playoffs that kind of look good for us. Some of it was Alperen Sengun in that high post position and kind of, you know, find the shooters if they did decide to help. And the help was coming from the corners, if I'm remembering correctly. Now, Jabari Smith shot really well in that setting in the playoffs. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he shot the best out of everybody in the rotation. But he didn't really get the minutes that I think he should have in the playoffs. But I think that's going to change this upcoming season. Also, I know y'all seen Kevin Durant and Jabari Smith Jr. working out together. I know y'all seen it. I know I seen it. Can you imagine? I mean, can you imagine if Jabari just scratches a little bit of that KD dust off of him and sprinkle it on himself and add some of his game to him? I ain't saying that he's finna be averaging 27 points on 50% shooting, 40 from 3 and 90 from the free throw line. I ain't saying all that. What I am saying is if Jabari Smith Jr. can just take a couple of KD's moves and add to his arsenal and be efficient and effective with it, it would do wonders. And I mean wonders for his potential. Now, what I really think should happen, in my opinion, is instead of leaning so hard into that nasty double big lineup, although it has been effective, I would lean a lot more into I'll call it a lanky lineup. Amen Thompson, Tari Eason, DFS, KD, and Jabari. You give up absolutely nothing on defense. In fact, I think that might end up being the best defensive lineup on the cool and on the real. However, I think there's a good amount of shooting in that lineup to where a lineup like that would really make somebody like a man Thompson bust out and do his thing on the cool. But y'all know Ime Udoka. Buddy finna run that double big. He might even go triple big sometime this season. And if he do that, to me, that tell me he's lacking any sense of offensive creativity, and we're gonna be in for a long ride again on offense like we was last season with old broccoli ass offense that looks so predictable. Anybody in middle school, a middle school coach could stop that easy. Fred VanVleet being featured in a pick and roll, man, please. Fred really could be used really well in a lineup with KD and Jabari though. Another playmaker and theoretical shooter. But I'm really curious what the trio of KD, Jabari, and Şengün gonna look like. I believe Jabari can play a little two-man game with KD and Şengün. Man, the more I think about it, this may end up being a breakout season for Jabari, man. But that also might just be my little Stanism talking. Also, have y'all seen Jabari's body update? No Diddy? Bro been in that weight room for real, and he ain't been joking about it at all. I just hope that don't really mess with his lateral quickness too much. Because if we're going to go double big again with him at the 3, you know what I'm saying, I think that's still a good position for him. But then again, now we got KD, so does that even really matter? And DFS. Could see more Jabari at the 5. One thing I will say is Jabari's potential gives the Rockets a whole lot more options. Did I say potential? My bad. I meant improvement. That's what I meant. His potential is whatever it is, but his improvement, I think, is critical to the versatility of the Rockets offense and what we can run and what we can do long term. 6'11" guys that can guard out in the perimeter and a little bit in the post, shoot and rebound. They don't grow on trees, and we have 2 of them in Houston now. But anyway, man, y'all let me know if I'm gassing on Jabari or not, if I'm tripping. If I am, let me know down in the comments. If you agree, let me know down in the comments. If you don't care, let me know down in the comments. But it's your mans, AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter /X at AK_VVS. This is the Rockets Propaganda Channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. All of y'all come back again. Don't be a hater your whole life. And we out.